It's a Velocity Minute. Today we are talking about when brands leave their people, people leave the brands. So, Meta has just laid off thousands of employees from Meta, Facebook and Instagram essentially.
11,000 people out of their 87,000 employee count. So you're looking at about 15% employees. Oh, somebody's calling me. Keep it going, keep it going.
Okay, so basically we are surprised at that in a way, but then when we looked at the practices of Facebook.
But are we surprised by it?
But yeah, so I was surprised it's making news perhaps. All right, the first point I want to talk about is they left the brand. So we all loved Facebook. They gave us a ton of reach, especially for creators. Yep. And slowly over the years, they've been taking it away to the point where we're seeing like less than 1% of our feed.
Well, it's harder and harder for advertisers to really get to the clients that they want to get to. The old days of Facebook, if I could call it that, it was fantastic. It was a great marketing place to be in. I know as of late they've been really focusing heavy on the metaverse and betting heavy on the next version of the internet. Maybe they took their eyes off the ball, but let's remember this company was once valued at $1 trillion. It's now valued at around $250 million. So it's taken a beating.
Gigantic
beating. But again, the brand is leaving the people. It's the core people that built the brand up and supported it. I maybe feel like they're being left in the dark, so they're looking for other opportunities.
Yeah, and basically too, as someone who runs ads and social media ads, they used to have like the lion's share, so all the money for social media advertising would go to Facebook or Meta. Well, now TikTok's around, YouTube's around, and because the reach is so poor, people are willing to take the risk with their advertising dollars and try these new things like LinkedIn.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So when you pivot and you change so much, realize that you might not have your customers following you at every interval. And I get it. Facebook is huge and they're massive. And when they make a change, there was some forgiveness in the early days of, they've changed again, but it's to make it better for us. Yeah. They've changed and it's to make it better. And now I think people are saying, are they just changing to change? Because now they're changing and sometimes they're making it worse.
Oh my goodness. And because it's so big, and we know this when you build websites, like sometimes you change something over here and then it kind of boggles something up over here. Well, it feels like every week there's another glitch.
Yes.
And that's just getting frustrating for people.
So I think too, when you change, make sure you're changing for the good. Yes, they put out a press release to say there's going to be some hiccups and ripples along the way, but they've got to start saying that because they had forgiveness built in back in the day. Now they don't. So now they're changing, they're pivoting, and people are jumping ship and leaving. Lots of people went back to Twitter as of a few weeks back when Elon took it over. You'd said TikTok. There's other new competition that's around that people are starting with. And hey, I don't even think young people are jumping on Facebook anymore. I think they're going to these alternative options as opposed to Facebook. Facebook was social media first, so you would join Facebook first and then everything else after that. Well, the young people aren't coming to Facebook like they used to, so that's a massive dent in their business. So I think too, watch out for competition.
The competition is, it snuck up behind Facebook. I think they thought they were so solid that they didn't have to worry too much about it. But TikTok, YouTube does this really well. They pay their creators. They give them incentive to stay on that platform. Spotify paid Joe Rogan $1 billion. Why? Because they wanted his content exclusively. And Facebook didn't follow that trend, and now we're seeing people jump to YouTube, jump to TikTok because they just simply get more money from it. It's easier to monetize.
And I'd say they wanted his content, but more importantly, they wanted his followers.
Oh, 100%. But Facebook should have done that. They should have seen like people up and coming. Like, I guess they kind of do that with the Red Table Talk, but they need to jump on and incentivize creators to stay on their platform as opposed to trying out all the other ones.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So the big takeaway is watch your back.
Yeah, if you're going to change, make sure it's for the benefit of your clients and your customers.
Yeah, and realize that your brand is based on the people who support you. So when you turn your back on them, eventually they will turn their back on you. And this is a sad story of what's happening.
And I just want to leave with this. I don't know if I told you I went to a zoo the other day, but it only had no animals but one dog.
Oh my gosh.
It was a Shih Tzu. Ba-doom, dad joke.
All right, that was a great way to end. Thank you for being on this podcast, and we'll keep
No,
you up
it was
to
a
date.
Velocity Minute.
A Velocity Minute.
There
we'll
we
keep
go.
you up to date if we see anything else in the news, because we like to talk about things.
Yeah.
Judge big billionaire companies.
Get it? Shih Tzu.
Let's go.
So,